Hey, this is Bruce Cook, and we're gonna do another little pepper garden update. So, a couple new things going on, and just talk about some other things. So, I said in my last video, my pepper selling has actually done really good, and I was getting wiped out of everything pretty quickly. So, I was trying to wait 2 to 3 weeks before I was gonna put my variety boxes back up for sale, but I have had a few special requests. So I got tons and tons of peppers on all the plants, just waiting for everything to have ripened peppers on them all at once. Again, because my main sales are coming from people wanting to buy variety boxes. So I'm typically including about 3 peppers of every single variety that typically will fill up those small flat rate boxes. And I got like 17 varieties out here. Well, 14 of them are super hots. So waiting for some plants. I got my plants are bouncing back finally with ripened peppers, and some of them that were having a little drought for the last few weeks. But my yellow ghost peppers are finally back in the swing of things. We got one ripened one, but we got lots of green ones on there. Both the yellow ghost peppers and my red ghost pepper plants over there in the corner. They went a couple weeks with almost no peppers on them at all. They were one of the first varieties to ripen of all these things. They ripened way before the rest of them, and I had to pick them and put them in the freezer, keep them for myself, because I was waiting for everything to ripen all at once before I was to put them up for sale. So obviously I had to pick them so the peppers wouldn't go bad and end up being useless. So those were kind of in short supply, my yellow and red ghost peppers, when I started selling the variety boxes. But now they're back in full swing. So I got my yellow ghost peppers, got tons of peppers on the plants again. Looks like I might have to move some of these. I think I accidentally put a couple chocolate scorpion plants. I ended up with a ridiculous number of these scorpion plants. I sowed a whole bunch of extra chocolate maruga scorpions this year because I had such bad luck with them the last few years. But since I did things differently this year and I was getting a lot of success, my chocolate maruga scorpion plants ended up doing much better. So now I'm left with an overabundance of plants and more peppers than I know what to do with. So I've been snacking on these things at nighttime. So, well, anyways, so I'm waiting for my red primatalis to bounce back. I mean, there's tons and tons of red primatalis on the plants. Just almost all of them are green. So I got people wanting these things quite often, even orders outside of the variety boxes. So I got a couple people right now that are waiting for these things. And same thing with my chocolate primatalis. So I do have a couple of these things ripened and ready to go. So I got to send an order out later this week. And got tons more green ones. So I know my last customer wanted at least a good half a dozen of these things. So just waiting for a lot of these things to ripen. But I'll have some beautiful peppers for him and everybody else once I start seeing color. And my Nagamoriches are bouncing back. These were starting to go through a little drought, probably within a week before I sold my last boxes, but they're starting to pump out the peppers again. I got a few ripened ones on there. Purple ghost peppers, I'm not worried about those because I got so many of those plants. So we got plenty of peppers. There's a few ripened ones in there. So let's see, what do we got down here? No, they're down there somewhere. I had a few, there's a few fully ripened ones down in there. And as you see, my red ghost, for some weird reason, my the phenotypes that came from the seeds that I sowed, the phenotypes of peppers that are coming from the plants are kind of small. So I know last year, I've been using the same seeds that I got from Jimmy Pickles almost a couple years ago. I've been running on those seeds. I haven't been saving my own. And I guess the phenotype pepper that these seeds came from must have been a small one. So, because I'm ending up with a lot of really small red ghosts, but they're pretty good though. So I got my Lucifer lemons are finally bouncing back. So they also went about a week with no peppers on the plants. Then they started producing really good again, and I'm just starting to get some ripened peppers on them. So, and then my chocolate bootlas, I mean, they've been doing pretty good. I haven't had any droughts with these peppers yet, but I have been sending out quite a few of these, even in packages where people wanted specific pepper types and not just variety boxes. And I would hook them up with some chocolate bootlas because they seem to be pretty popular. I know I got a few, at least a couple ripened chocolate bootlas on here. Well, there's one of them. So it's a chocolate bootla DM. Oh yeah, there's another big giant one over there. So my Carolina Reapers are doing really well. So they just started putting out really well, and pepper has been ripening without having any issues like it did in the beginning. So these have been turning out to be really beautiful looking peppers. So I chose a really nice looking phenotype last year from my Carolina Reaper plants to grow these ones, and it's paying off really well because these peppers are growing to be really good sizes, beautiful color, beautiful shapes. And then also my last two plants, they were mild ones that I had ripened, or I had sowed and grown. And that was orange habaneros. I had gotten those seeds from pepper that I had gotten from the grocery store. And then my Ricotto Aji Largo. Well, as you see, the habaneros got tons of peppers on them. And then my Ricotto Aji Largos finally have peppers on them. I've been waiting for these to fruit for a while. So we got some baby peppers growing in. So we got this little one right here that just started. And then, so they're growing and starting to grow in this last few days. And strangely enough, my yellow scorpion plants, despite I had accidentally put too much bone meal in these things, these and my dragon's breath were pumping out so many peppers that I wasn't sure if the soil was going to be able to provide the enough phosphorus to support everything. So I put in extra bone meal because bone meal is high in phosphorus. And I put in, I guess, too much, and it caused a lot of these leaves to yellow and fall off. And somehow the plants are still coming along. These barren branches are still putting out flowers. They're turning into peppers. The peppers are growing to full size, and they're still doing really well. So I'm kind of shocked. So that's a surprise. The dragon's breath didn't get hit as bad as the yellow Morga scorpions. As soon as I started noticing the yellowing, I had removed all the visible excess bone meal off the soil, but I mean, there was already enough of it that had sunk into the soil that, I mean, it was no going back. So I haven't had a chance to get more soil and retransplant these, but I mean, as of right now, these plants are still doing really well. They're still putting out flowers. They're still putting out peppers, even on the branches that are kind of barren of leaves. So but yeah, that's what's going on with my garden right now. So I'm excited to see what these Ricotto Aji Largos are going to look like. I've seen pictures of them before, but excited to see what mine are going to turn out like. These plants have done really well. They grew out really healthy. So, and I have Philip Emery to thank for these. It was something he sent to me. So, but yeah, that's what I got going on. Now this upcoming Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Johnny Smallpepper and I are going to do another fun challenge. So tune in on his channel. That's Johnny Smallpepper. So we're going to be eating a bunch of Pocky one-chip challenges, and we'll see what happens. We're going to see how many we can eat. So, but yeah, tune in, and I hope you guys enjoyed the pepper gardening videos, and I'll see you in the next one.